Hi, and welcome back to Kingdom Come Deliverance, where I want to talk to Guta about what I did to her husband.
Well, how did it go with that husband of mine?
I played him and took him for everything he had.
I see. So he played again.
I had a heart-to-heart talk with him, and in the end, he promised he wouldn't gamble again. He even gave me his dice.
That sounds promising. Thank you, Henry. But what about the money he lost? Did you give it back to him?
Yeah, I gave it back to him so he can buy what he needs.
That's wonderful. Thank you, Henry.
Okay. We don't want to buy anything from you. Okay. That's a follow-up talk that I did really want to have. So we're riding to Johanka now. I see you when I reach the monastery.
Henry!
And here she is.
How did it go with the tailor's wife and her trouble?
Good heavens, what's all this? Candles? Pictures? Someone's made quite a shrine here. I can't wait to hear what Johanka thinks of this.
God be with you, Henry.
Okay, there's a lot of something.
I went to see the tailor's wife, like you wanted.
Oh, and how did it go?
I think it turned out well. Ambrose admitted he was overdoing it with the dice playing and promised to quit.
That's great news, Henry. You've helped him and his wife a lot. Thank you. You're a true friend. I think this is exactly what the Blessed Virgin wants from us.
How are things going otherwise?
You wouldn't believe what happened. One of the bathhouse wenches came to me. She said she wanted to find a different job. Something more virtuous. She said she decided to change her life after listening to me on the square.
See what you're capable of? Our Lady didn't pick you for nothing. You help everyone around you. I think you're really great, Johanka.
That's very sweet of you, Henry. Thank you. If only there were more like that, though.
How do you mean?
I mean, more people who want to find a better, more virtuous life. If only we could help them to do that.
I might know of someone. There's this prostitute in Ledechko. Adela, her name is.
And how do you know her?
I happened across her by chance when I was tracking the Neuhof raiders.
Hmm.
Don't look at me like that. She was mixed up with one of them and I had to question her. I wouldn't say she was particularly happy there either.
That sounds promising, Henry. We should try and help her.
But how?
I'm not sure, but maybe we could persuade her to give up what she's doing and find a different job.
What basic things? Laundry?
No! She'd know about healing wounds, health-giving decoctions, bloodletting and the like. And I could certainly use a second pair of hands here.
Well, if you think so, I can go there and see what I can do.
Henry, please try and convince her. I can find a place for her here. Take care.
What the? Okay, it just saved the game. The prostitute in Ledechko?
God be with you, Henry.
Go and sin no more, it was the quest.
My word, Johanka. That speech of yours on the square. I swear I never heard anything like it in my life.
So, what do you think? Was it all right?
I'm at a loss for words. It was great. It sounded almost like it wasn't you at all. I never expected you'd say such things. Flames, a golden city, beasts of hell. It was awe-inspiring. You even put the fear of God into me. I heaved a sigh of relief when the Virgin Mary came and everything ended well. It was the best sermon I ever heard. I mean it.
Oh, thank you, Henry. I don't even know how I did it. I just opened my mouth and the words came by themselves. What about other people? What did they say?
I'd say they liked it. Everyone was quite spellbound.
Oh. That's a good thing, isn't it? And do you think it made sense? That it was clear what I wanted to say?
Oh yes, clear as day. It was a warning about our sinfulness. If we're virtuous, Our Lady will protect us against the demons.
Yes, that's what I think her message was. Thank you, Henry. I'm glad you were there with me.
So am I. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. How is Matthias doing?
I think he's getting better. It looks like his fever's fallen. Sometimes we even talk for a while. I just hope he doesn't relapse again.
Where did all those pretty things outside your door come from?
People have been bringing things and leaving them here. Sometimes they even pray. Flowers, a few coins, some food and various bits and pieces. People give whatever they have. Some of them light candles too.
Why are they doing it?
Well, I think it's like some veneration to the Blessed Virgin. And they come seeking advice too, asking about this and that and what they should do. And even worse, they want me to bless them.
I won't get any
Someone asked me to bless them before travelling to Benishov. Others asked me to bless women about to give birth, so their children would be healthy and nothing bad would happen. And it seems to me there's more and more coming. I'm at a loss what to do. I wasn't expecting this at all.
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it? People respect you and believe what you told them. They're showing their support.
I suppose so. But I don't bless anyone, in case you were thinking.
Sure, that really wouldn't be a good idea.
Of course not. What? Do I look like a bishop?
No, and he'd have a fit if he saw something like that. I see things are looking up for you. You even got a roof over your head. I'm glad you don't have to sleep in that stable anymore. And it seems the overseer coughed up a groschen or two in the end, eh?
Yes. I'm glad too, but it's a little bit complicated. Monastery affairs, you know. I won't bother you with the details.
Well, what's so complicated? They finally showed appreciation for everything you do here, right?
Yes, something like that. Can we just talk about something else, please?
What's got into you? You're not yourself at all. Is something wrong?
Oh, Henry. If only you knew.
What's the matter?
Sir Sebastian. He kept coming here, always bringing me gifts, a dress, a piece of jewelry. He was so persistent. I was completely worn out from everything. And he was the only one here who showed me any sympathy.
She slept
Any
with him.
understanding. He was quite kind, actually. And then once... More than once. I went with him. Then he had this room cleared out and gave it to me.
But you're not to blame. These things happen. He's a noble, and he can do whatever he feels like. He took advantage of you.
But it's all over. I swear. Since I started having those dreams, I haven't been with him. I sold all the things he gave me and bought food and supplies for the sick. I still feel terrible about it. I think maybe it's because of me that Matthias isn't getting better. If I had been more virtuous...
Don't be so hard on yourself. The important thing is you ended it and you tried to make amends.
I'm so ashamed, Henry. Please forgive me, and don't tell Matthias or anyone else, I beg you.
I won't breathe a word.
Just can't.
I promise.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you. I feel relieved for telling you. You're so understanding. God be with you. For the love of God, God be with you.
It's always weird how they scream me in the face for being not clean. Am I even not unclean? No. So it's the bloodied sword that I can't unbloody because there's no option to do that. Nourishment is good, so we're going to Ledechko now. Wrong menu. Want to fast travel to Ledechko. And while I'm fast traveling to Ledechko, I want to look at my stuff and see where I have that thing. I went ahead and listened to the ditty of the blacksmith again and noted it down so that I can give it to the Ledechko blacksmith. I'm looking that up while we're fast traveling. I'll see you in Ledechko. We'll go to Adela in a moment, but I want to finish tricks of the trade at the smithy on the other side of the river. Should be the first building to the left. Whoa! That's close.
I'm honored that you should come to me.
Master Blacksmith, I think I know how the tempering gets done in Sasau.
And what have you found out? Don't keep me on tenterhooks. Out with it.
He heats it up to red, 3 steps away from yellow, and then stops heating, says the Lord's Prayer, and quenches.
I'll be damned. That's pretty much what I do too. Except I just count.
I'm just saying what I found out.
That's as may be. But there must be something else he does differently if he does the quenching just like I do.
He said he repeats the tempering straight after, but only warming up the iron, so it never even turns red.
Tempering twice in a row? Why would he do that?
He said it happened by chance once, and he noticed it made everything stronger, so now he does it that way all the time.
Well, there's no harm in trying it out, is there?
Are you satisfied?
You did what I asked of you, so I'm at your service. And here's something to keep you going.
Okay, I didn't even have to repeat the ditty. Okay. Okay, so we had that. So first off, I haven't looked at the beginning. I haven't looked at every trainer's, every merchant's stuff, so I don't know whether they have stuff that I need later. But he doesn't.
I've heard that some time ago a pilgrim from the Holy Land was selling a few relics. Did he come by here and offer you part of a sword?
Would it surprise you if I said yes? Why do you ask?
I'd buy the piece from you.
Well, why not? I don't know why I let myself get bamboozled into buying it. It's quite useless, and I can't say I've had good luck ever since.
I think he quite likes
What about
me.
this?
That's not enough. Take care.
With one of the sword pieces because he liked me and he sold it to me. Great. I'll go for the rest of the other sword pieces later. I already saw one in a chest at the swordsmith in Rete. He has it in a chest so I could steal it if I want to. But I don't know if that's a good idea. There's another quest tipster, so we're going to that to have the real quests on the map.
I'm honored that it...
What's happening around here?
Ah, you know how it is. Always something, especially at the mill. Not a week goes by without some ruckus there. But I'm wise to them troublemakers. Whenever they're planning some mischief, they're always huddled there in the corner, hatching their plots. Like yesterday, for instance. And that's not all. Now I think of it. I've not seen Kunhuta here for some time, the local herb woman. She always comes here once a week for a tankard of ale. But she ain't turned up recently. I hope nothing's happened to her. Farewell.
So, let's see, are there more quests now? I can't see the quests. So 1, 2 quest givers. One of that is a mill. That's a herb woman. We haven't been at that mill yet. But we're not here for that. We just want to have all the quest tips that we can get so that we know where to start quests. But I wanted to go here, back to the girl that we had talked to before. A bathmaid, another bathmaid. The one that I'm thinking of was named, that's the madam.
You'll have to wait until tomorrow.
Ow! She's sitting right outside the door. She can hear everything.
Christ!
Don't dare.
Is that Adela crying in that room?
It's a bit unpleasant.
Unpleasant? That fella is beating her up.
The gentleman is a little on the rough side, but he pays well, and the bruises will heal soon enough.
I want to talk to
Wow.
her.
You can't now. The door stays locked, and the key stays safely with me. Wait until tomorrow.
Your money. I'll have nothing to do with it. Oh, yes, you will. I paid for you, and I'll get what I paid for.
She could be killed in there. And do you think the bailiff wouldn't hold you responsible, sitting here and doing nothing to stop it?
You really think she could be? God almighty. Here, take the key. Please, help her.
Please help her.
You want another? Do you?
You're one annoying
You won't get away
person.
with this.
Oh yeah? You think a knight in shining armor is gonna come to your rescue? Are you yanking my pizzle? I said get out!
I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for Adela.
For Adela? But I paid for that whore!
I'm sure we can come to some agreement. Do you fucking know who I am? Whose service I'm in?
No.
I serve the royal hetman. And maybe you'd like to spend the rest of the evening with the executioner.
Oh God, no!
Then clear off, quick.
He'll pay me back
Fuck!
for this.
I don't need this shit! But you haven't heard the last of this, fucker! I'll cut your fucking throat for that!
Okay, he'll come back for me.
What in God's name have you done?
I saved you.
Oh my God. Henslin will kill me. If Marouche doesn't first.
Everything will be all right.
Henry, if it wasn't for the fact that you saved Hinnick, I'd slap your face.
Leave this place. I'll help you.
What? Why? What are you on about?
Why do you live like this? Why don't you just leave?
How? Like I should just drop everything here, pack my things and go off to see someone I don't even know?
Why not?
It's madness. It's like starting all over from the beginning.
And why did you become,
A prostitute.
yeah.
If you're expecting to hear some touching tale about a poor girl tossed around by fate, you'll be disappointed. I didn't want a husband, and I needed money.
So just for money?
What do you think I do it for? Love? Have you got a problem with that?
No. Everyone has to make a living, but you don't have to be a bathmaid.
So what else should I do, in your opinion?
You can just find yourself a different livelihood.
Why? What's wrong with the one I have?
Haven't you ever thought of doing something different?
Oh God.
Well, wouldn't you like to help the sick?
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes, but you'd have nothing to be ashamed of.
I suppose not. I'm not sure. I don't think it's all that bad here.
What about when you get older? Do you think the men will still come to you?
That's true, unfortunately.
You can't go on like this forever. You could catch some nasty disease.
What do you know about such things?
I've seen plenty, believe me. Maybe too much.
Oh, sorry. I try not to think too much about that.
Well, maybe you should. The apothecary in Rat-Eye could tell you a lot about the ailments people come to him with.
You know, you might be right about some things.
So you'll leave it?
But how? Where would I go? What would I live on?
Wouldn't you like to help in the infirmary at Sasau Monastery?
Would they let me?
You're a bath maid who knows something about healing. They'd be glad to have you.
But where will I live?
Well, there, of course. It's modest, but you'll have everything you need.
I'm not used to much anyway.
See then? I reckon you've nothing to worry about.
All right. Will we go right away?
We can go right now. Come on then.
All right. I'll just say farewell to the girls and pack a few things. Mother of God, I'm all in a flutter. To pack up and go, just like that.
You're doing the right thing. You'll see.
God be with you.
Okay, we already... Why are we fast traveling there? We are ambushed by that brute guy, aren't we?
I told you I wasn't done with you yet. I'll hang you up by the balls from the nearest tree, and then I'll get what I paid for from that harlot.
Well, I never. The pig turns up willingly for the slaughter.
Well, is that all you've got? I'll slaughter.
They're behind me, that's not good.
Don't beachy. Shit. Fucking hell.
Come here.
Yeah. You'll get what fuck.
Oh god, he perfect blocked me. Oh, can you stop to perfect block me, please? Once one is gone, it's easier. Ouch! What the fuck? It's really not going well. One of them is dead. One of them is dead. I have a chance, I have a chance, I have a chance, I have a chance. I have a chance, but the left bumper doesn't work. Fucking kidding me. He should be bleeding right now.
Now you're fucked.
Last one. We killed them. Can't even loot him. Can't even loot him because that's considered stealing, and that right is still not the right button.
Are you alright, Henry?
Look what I've got. You'll love it.
I don't know what that buff is. I wanted to see what that debuff is. Disobedient dog.
Will we keep going?
Are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. It's you they were after mostly. And are you all right?
Just a scratch or two. Those idiots didn't know who they were taking on.
Good. The sooner we go, the better. I don't want to stay here any longer.
Let's go then.
Take care.
Okay. And that was it. And since this is a story fast travel, we can't even get ambushed by normal ambush. So this is perfectly safe. We again traveled past that mill that we have never seen.
Here we are. Give it a while and you'll be happy here. Believe me.
Oh, Henry. I'm starting to have a good feeling about this. Maybe I'll really find happiness here.
I'm sure you will. Johanka will take care of you. She's very good at that.
You know, you're the first one to do something for me, without expecting anything. And I don't have anything to give you, unless, if you wanted. For one last time, together.
You don't have to thank me, and you certainly don't have to offer your body to anyone. Anyone at all.
Oh, thank you, Henry. Thank you.
Yeah, it wasn't that she was thankful to me and really wanted to sleep with me. It was that's the only thing she knows. The only thing she knows how to thank people. Let's heal up. Healing goes faster when... No, when sitting. Because I think it was that way. No, we had a healing spot at the beginning of the game. Something counted as a healing spot. But that may just have been in the start of the game, so that you can heal up yourself while not having any potions ready. But yeah, okay, this should be alright to heal ourselves up. Let's repair our armor. Whoa! Okay, it did break immediately, which is great. Tailor's kit. Oh god, why is the stuff so broken? I got a real beating. What the f... Okay, I need to buy more kits. I mean, I want to talk to her for the next part of the quest, but I don't know how much more there is. Do we have something to do in Rete? That. The Queen of Sheba's sword. We can ask the Rete. Okay. Yeah, because in Rete I know where to get all the stuff to repair myself. So let's just ride to Rete. To the mill first, because Teresa's down there. And Matthew and Fritz asked me to greet her from them. And we'll sleep there, because it will be night when we arrive. And then I'll be going through Rete, closing up some quests. So I'm gonna see you once I speak to Teresa. A pilgrim. Pilgrim can always be the guy that sells the Lucifer dice. No, it's the Riddler again.
Do you wonder where... We've met before, haven't we?
Come to think.
So, you know how it goes.
That sounds good.
Lend me your ear. A pilgrim on his journey meets three fates. One is called truth and always speaks the truth. The second is called falsehood, and always tells lies. The third is called wisdom, and sometimes speaks the truth and sometimes lies. The trouble is that the pilgrim does not know which is which. Therefore, he asks each one a question. He starts with the fate on the left and asks her, which one is standing in the middle? And the fate replies, truth. He asks the middle one, which one are you? And the fate responds, wisdom. He asks the last one, which one is standing in the middle? And the fate replies, falsehood. The question is, which fate is which? First, second, and third.
Okay, the left one said truth about the middle. I think I need a paper for that to write it down. Oh no, it stands down there. Okay, the first one said truth. The middle one said wisdom about herself, which means she can't be truth. So she's either wisdom or falsehood. The right one says... so the left one that said truth is obviously falsehood, because truth can't be standing in the middle. So the left one is falsehood. Wisdom, truth. No. Wait, I have to... Left, middle, right. She says truth. She says wisdom about herself, which means she can only be wisdom or falsehood. And the right, so the left one is obviously wisdom or falsehood. And the right one says falsehood. She must be truth. Therefore, the middle one is falsehood and the left one is wisdom. Wisdom, falsehood, truth is the right answer.
Wisdom, falsehood, truth.
Quite right. The fate in the truth must therefore be the fate on... Well, what can I do? Here's your 10 groschen. Spend them as best...
We may well do so.
Okay, and that's it. This Riddler guy is a bit of a riddle to me as to why he's in the game. Yeah, we are already almost where we want to be. So let's just run over here and speak to Teresa. There's a middle island in the river, I always forget about that. Speak to her about Matthew and Fritz.
I've got something. I know this is your favorite.
It is indeed. Thank you.
Savior Schnapps. For what was that? Ah, she gives me presents sometimes.
Matthew and Fritz and their regards.
They survived. My God, I'm glad. They helped me out a lot. And where did you see them?
In Sasau. I bumped into them in front of the tavern. Where else?
And how are they doing?
They're doing fine. The monks brought them back to health. But they don't have work, and they're in debt. You wouldn't happen to know of any jobs going for 2 lazy carpenters?
Not here. And I think it will be the same in all of Ratai. It's overcrowded with refugees, and they're all looking for work.
That's bad. Those 2 need work badly, to keep them out of mischief. You know what they're like.
I do indeed. Try the mills in the smaller hamlets. The miller in Ledechko is old. Maybe he could use some strong hands.
I will. Thanks.
We have a second reason to go to the miller in Ledechko now. Is it the one that I was thinking about? No, there's a miller in Ledechko. Okay. Good. So that's a quest we can uncheck again, because we want to continue in Sasau the next time. But we have Aquarius. For that I have to sleep.
Good morning.
I asked around in Sasau. Father Francis is doing well in Sasau. He has no plans to return to St. James anytime soon.
You talked to him? How is he doing? Doesn't he need his cassock fixed? He's always tearing it. There isn't a pew or a step he hasn't tripped over at one time or another.
I asked the abbot. He said they have work for him elsewhere and that St. James will have to wait.
Wait? I remember the last time. We had to go to Sasau for almost 2 years. I probably won't even live that long.
That won't be that bad. Meanwhile, you can work at Master Hagen's house and who knows? You might even find you like it.
You're probably right. What else can I do at my age? And the presbytery is too big for one woman alone.
So you agree you'll go and work for Hagen?
Isn't that what I just said? I'll go and do housekeeping for him. Good luck then.
Okay, and now we told Agnes about Father whatever, Francis. It's this one. The bailiff next. Should be in this building. We know where he lives. Up here. Ah, he just got up and wants to eat his breakfast.
I'm honored that a knight such as you takes an interest in me.
Master Bailiff?
Nothing of it.
I chose a cook as well. Should I tell you or go to Hagen?
Tell me who you chose and I'll take care of it.
I chose old Agnes for the cook's job. I had a job convincing her, but it was worth it. She's the best cook around.
Glad to hear it. I'll have to drop in on Hagen for lunch sometime.
And we're done with the Aquarius quest? Yay, we can talk to all the guys again that I got jobs for. So I'll see you whenever I speak to one, and yeah, in the meantime I'll repair my stuff as soon as the tailor opens up.
Good day to you.
This Tonda doesn't react. I saw Cornelius in front of the church.
God be with you.
Listen, wouldn't you like to move to Pribyslavitz? I need someone there who's able to read and write and do sums. If you can do that, you'd make a good merchant to handle building materials.
That's nearly the same job I had at the Skalitz mines. And they were the most profitable mines for miles around.
True. We don't have any mines, of course, but if you could handle the trade, that would help me a lot.
I know enough about trade, but I won't work for nothing. What are you offering?
Look here, I'm the bailiff there, and let's face it, one day I'll rise even higher. So you ought to stick with me as long as I still have an interest in you, don't you think?
You've got a point, all right. I knew you as the blacksmith's boy, and now you're a bailiff. Fair enough. I'll take the job.
God be with you.
And we got Cornelius as our merchant.
I'm glad to see.
Okay, no one else wants to speak about the jobs I offered them. Okay. So I'll be going around repairing stuff, and then I'll be traveling back to Sasau for the next episode and read you a book once I'm there. So I traveled back to Pribyslavitz, yeah, this place, because I wanted to have some of my well-earned money. And also because I wanted to look up whether I can see here, not here already. Where do we have the trader? And the tavern, the trader. Merchant Cornelius gives us 75. The tavern. Tavern Merca gives us 50. Who else did we send here? Kunesh? The stables should have some. There they are. Mark. Mark gives us 55. We also have Vashek, but he apparently gives us nothing. Okay, that's what I wanted to look up. And we're back in Sassau. And the book we're gonna read is a book about Rete, because we just came from Rete. Nigh 500 years have passed since the appearance of a walled settlement, which later grew into a castle guarding the borders of the lands of the Slycans and its main trade route, and even later it bloomed into a town which, however, 150 years ago burned to the ground and was built anew in an even more beautiful form, with strong walls not even Kutna Hora or Prague need to be ashamed of. The fortified town of Rete fell under the possession of the king and was granted as a fiefdom, and during the reign of John of Luxembourg it fell under the rule of Lord Henry of Lippe, who then had built a lower castle they called Pirkstein. Today Rete is under the administration of Hanush until young Lord Capon of Lippe reaches adulthood, and unto him shall be granted the whole town and its surrounding estates as a fiefdom. In Rete all manners of tradesmen flourish, butchers, smiths, tailors, weavers and armorers, and great markets are held here every month. Rete is an administrative center and thus can afford to employ its own executioner and support a long municipal garrison. Its large stone church is consecrated to Saint Matthew. And that's what we learn about Rete. So, have a nice day. See you tomorrow with the next part of the Madonna in Sassau quest.